Perfect. All right. Well, let's just hop right into it. So again, welcome. Today we're talking about marketing basics, and this is your doula community chat. The purpose, we're going to talk about, like I said, marketing basics, some resources that are available to us, have our discussion. We have it throughout, but then certainly at the end, we like to open it up if anybody has any other questions or suggestions, comments. We make sure that we talk about that, and then we mention the next chat that we have coming up. So welcome, welcome, welcome. In the chat, I asked for you to put a 1 if it was your first time. So if you haven't had a chance to do that yet, please do that. So it's always good to know who's here as their first time, so I can make sure we are articulate and clear with everything that we talk about and don't make assumptions. But then also for everybody, if you could just put in the chat, where are you from, where do you live, and what type of doula are you? Are you an aspiring doula, new doula, seasoned doula, but what type of doula? So what's your specialty? Full spectrum? Are you labor, birth, bereavement or death, adoption, fertility? What type of doula are you? So that way we can know who we are talking with, and it's good to connect. I love it. I have heard about many doulas connecting offline after the chat. So that's the point of putting your location, right? We all need our network. We all need to connect. So if you see somebody that's close to you and you live, I don't know, in New York, then connect with them if you would like to. All right, so let's see, where are folks from? We got Maryland in the house. We got Virginia. We got Colorado. We got LA, Massachusetts, Cameron, South Carolina. Okay. I'm from South Carolina. Where's Cameron, South Carolina? Okay, you're down. I'm not gonna bother you. Okay, we got LA, Tasha, DMV. We got Charleston. I love it, South Carolina. Okay, we got Atlanta. So I see we got a couple of new doulas, which is awesome. Karen seeking certification. Okay. Let me try. I think there's 2 people that need to be let into the room. Let me let everybody in. Hi, Mary. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay. We got Florida. Awesome. So we have folks from all over. This is great because, you know, as we are expanding our knowledge and resources about doulas, it's good to know, you know, everybody does things differently. So, oh, we got Vancouver Island. Awesome. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Oh, we got a good question already on there. Okay, I'm going to make sure I remember to go back up to that, Sharon, to your question. Awesome. We got Alabama. Hey. The South is in the house. Welcome. Hey, Brooke. Welcome, welcome, Yana, Jennifer. Okay, awesome. So look throughout the chat, y'all. If there's anybody in your area, try to connect with them. I've noticed some doulas have been able to find some good backup doulas, relief doulas. So just, you know, this is why we're here. Esther, oh, cool. You own an agency in Florida. Awesome. Okay, so great. So everybody is welcome. Please share. If you find being a part of this chat is helpful, please share it with your community. This is certainly come one, come all. This is an open space. Everybody is welcome, all backgrounds, all experience levels, all walks of life. Please do share. The more we have, the more we can contribute to our work, right? All right, so let a couple more people in. Awesome. Okay, so like I said, we're going to try to keep it to the hour. Sometimes we go over. I certainly can stay later, but I want to honor everybody's time. We are here today to talk about marketing, so let's get right into it. Welcome, everyone. I just let in. Welcome, welcome. Glad to have you. If it's your first time, please put a 1 in the chat, but also let us know where you're from and what type of doula you are. What type of doula? What is your practice? Oh, Brittany, you're from Orangeburg, South Carolina. Okay, so all my South Carolina people, I'm gonna reach out to y'all offline. I just love it. When I was in South Carolina, when I was talking about doula, people were like, what? A doula is a what? So I love that. Okay. All right, Jennifer, aspiring postpartum. Okay, awesome. All right. Hey, Claire, welcome. Come on in. All right, so everybody can see my screen. If you're on video, that's totally fine. If you need to hop off video, that's totally fine. I know we're multitasking, so do whatever you need to do. This is just our space to connect together. So let me give you a quick background about myself, because I saw a couple ones there. So I want folks to know, like, you know, who is this crazy girl on the screen? What is she talking about? So, hey, Shara. Hey, Mary. Okay, so I'm Bianca Marie, and in a nutshell, I'm a women's health advocate. I have been in public health for over 17 years. I love public health. I got into it from my experiences and seeing the women in my family deal with some issues that really stressed me out, got me under the collar. And so health disparities and understanding about access to healthcare and things is what I saw as a young child. And I knew I wanted to do something to address that. And so for over my career, it has been in the federal government, the regional and the local government space, as well as academia. So anything and everything to do with empowering women. And when it comes to their health is what I have done. So I have 3 degrees, I'm working on my doctorate, and I tell myself every single day, what am I doing? I am done with education. But I say that in jest, but I say that to say I am talking to y'all, and when I share information and when I just connect with you, I'm not only connecting you from my heart and from my place of passion, but from my experience and my education. And that's what I love about the doula world, is that we're all diverse. Right? We all have different backgrounds. We have so much that we can offer our clients, and that's part of the beauty of being a doula. So the reason why we started this chat, why we're even here, it is over a little bit right in the beginning of the pandemic, when the pandemic was starting. I just kept hearing from doulas, I don't know what to do. You know, I don't know how to help moms. Or some dudes were saying, well, I guess I just won't work for the next couple of weeks, couple of months. Like, I just don't know how to change things up. You know, can I even help them virtually? And so all these questions we were grappling with. And I was just like, you know what, let's get together. Let's just get together and let's talk it out. Let's talk about some resources. Let's brainstorm. Let's just talk about different topics. And that's what this has grown into. I believe that we are, as doulas, we have a special calling, and we are needed even more now than we probably were needed 6 months ago, a year, or 2 years ago. Because you can imagine being a birthing person or being a mom right now that's pregnant, you know, just in general, right? On a quote unquote good day or normal year, normal time, you have all sorts of emotions, and you can have anxiety, you just uncertainty. So just think of how it's magnified now with our world and the pandemic and things of that nature. So I just didn't want any doula to feel left alone, felt isolated, or felt like they didn't have anywhere to connect to see how are other doulas managing and handling in this space that we're all trying to work in collectively. And so that's what the chat came about. And so I say, welcome, please join us, please contribute, talk, share information, resources. The value that we get out of it is from each other. I'm not the only expert here. We're all the experts in different ways and certainly have a lot to offer. So this particular week, we are talking about marketing. With marketing, I just want to just take a quick deviation, right? So sometimes when I've been talking to clients, and I do coaching and things, but when I talk to doulas, sometimes their issue that is coming up is that they're confusing or kind of blending marketing and branding. And marketing and branding are 2 different things, right? And so sometimes they say, well, my marketing's not working, or, you know, my calendar, I'm not filling my calendar for the year, or for whatever, the quarter, whatever time they're trying to fill it, and, you know, it's just not working. And so I question, you know, is it branding's not working or your marketing's not working? Because usually your marketing is a little bit easier to manage, to come up with a clear strategy, and to do it effectively if you have good branding. And so branding, I just want to make sure we're clear on the difference. You know, so branding is more of the image. You know, it's more of when a mom or a family or whomever thinks of your company, thinks of you as a doula, what do they think of? What emotions do you comes up with them when they think of the name of your company or your slogan, or your services. That's branding. So just a quick example. Tasha's on. I know you're working, Tasha, so you don't have to talk if you can't. But like Tasha, her company, the first name of her company is Posh, P-O-S-H. So if you think about it, like when you hear Posh, you automatically think of what? Luxury. You think of glamour, glitz. You know, you think of all things beautiful, you know, I can't say Spice Girls, right? You think of that, right? So you think of like the posh doula, that's an image, right? That you're going to have. That's an emotion that you're going to think of. Whatever you think of as posh, you think of a spa, you think of a glass of wine, a massage, whatever, right? That's posh. But then another doula may be called, you know, she may love nature, so she may be the outdoor doula or the rugged doula or something. So that will put you in a whole different mindset, right? So if you think of outdoors, you're thinking, or the rugged, R-U-G-G-E-D doula, you're thinking trees, hiking, you know, landscaping, anything at nature, anything outdoor. And so that is your brand, that is your image, that's the persona that you want to exemplify. That's what you want people to think of when they think of you and your services. So that's branding, right? Who you are and the image that you want to put out there. And it could be a slogan. You know, some companies, you know, their whole jingle, their whole slogan before you know their products and their services. So that's branding. But then you have marketing, which is your strategy, the message, how you're reaching people. So that's the difference between branding and marketing. So if you have good branding, a clear brand, a brand that really meets in your client, your niche, your market understands, then your marketing usually can be a little bit easier. And so today we're talking about marketing. I just want to make sure everybody's clear we're talking about marketing. We're not talking about branding. Hey, we want to talk about branding another day, we can, but today is about marketing. So just wanted to make sure we're clear on that distinction, because that comes up a lot in some of the conversations we have in our doula circles. So in the chat, if you have a question about branding versus marketing, or think we need to talk about branding another day or something, we can. Just let me know. But I just want for today, just to make sure everybody was good on marketing. Okay. All right, so everything marketing, just some basics, and we can talk about marketing all day, but just wanted to do a couple highlights about marketing as a doula, and then let's have discussion. On the picture, you'll see old clients and new clients. One of the, oh, that's it, okay, cool. So yeah, great topic to have in your future. Okay, yes, it's branding and marketing, totally different. So one of the things that when we're marketing, I think sometimes as a doulas, we forget that when our marketing strategy should be twofold. So old clients and new clients. So a lot of times I see doulas kind of running around, spinning the wheels with just trying to get new clients. That is an aspect of marketing. You should be, you know, trying to feel your kind of work with new clients, acquire new clients, you know, introduce yourself to new families, new moms, new communities, right? But then at the same time, don't forget your old clients. You should always have some sort of marketing strategy for old clients or your current clients, because let me know in the chat, many of us get a lot of referrals, right? That's your old client. That's your current client. That's, if you can remain connected with your current clients or your old clients, and be in the top of their mind or their memory, then they can still be speaking to you, speaking to other folks in their community and referring you. So you don't want to just have a client and never talk to them again once your contract is done. You want to still market to them, because getting referrals is usually an easier sale. It's usually a quicker way to get a contract signed than a new person that's, you know, that's learning you, you're just not introducing yourself to. And so there's some benefits with working with the clients, and it could be as simple as, one of the things that I do a 6-month check-in. If I only work with them very quickly or postpartum, I do a 6-month check-in. The first birthday party, the first birthday, I send a birthday card. You know, it could be, if you know your clients celebrate a holiday, you can send a holiday card. Like literally just something small as a postcard or an email checking in with you, newsletter, you send them something so that way you stay connected. Yeah, exactly, Karen. Mother's Day and Father's Day card, like key. Even Grandparents' Day. I've reached out to some of the grandparents I've connected with that I just love. So the point is, your old clients, when you're thinking about your marketing, think about how do you maintain your relationship with your current clients as well. So when you think about marketing and your marketing strategy, don't just always think about the new client, the person that you don't know yet, and the reach. Do it if you have a succinct marketing strategy, it should do both. Tasha, great question. So how do you keep track? So before I got all modern and mature with things, I kept track in a notebook. Do what you got to do, right? Your notebook, and then I moved to an Excel spreadsheet, and now I have a customer relationship management tool. And so whatever you have to do to keep track of it, if you don't have, you know, a whole lot of clients, a notebook may work for you. Simple Excel spreadsheet may work for you until you get some sort of tool. Yeah, so Sarah says she uses a Google spreadsheet. Shauna says she uses a digital calendar. Whatever works for you in your back-end systems that you have for your business, just want to figure out how to incorporate that. And it can be very simple, like I said, but you don't want to forget your old clients, okay? All right, so let me get off of that soapbox. Hey, Christy, welcome, come on in. So we move that out. So for the rest of our conversation, sake of our conversation, we are going to be focused on new clients, but I just wanted to make sure everybody's aware when you think about your marketing, think about both. Think about both. And so question, who is your ideal client, right? Oh, that's what you say, you use your paper calendar? Yeah, whatever you got to do, right? So who is your ideal client is the first question. I've had quite a few doulas that have told me, well, any mom, any pregnant mom, right? Any birthing person, that's my client. And that's not necessarily right? That's not, you may be able to serve any client, right? You may have the skills, you may have the experience, you can serve any client, right? Drop of a hat, somebody calls you, you can serve them, but that doesn't necessarily mean that's your ideal client, right? So let me let Gwendolyn in. Hey, Gwendolyn, welcome. That doesn't necessarily mean that's your ideal client. So, but knowing who your ideal client can help you with your marketing, right? So you're not just throwing spaghetti at the wall. Knowing who is your ideal client and knowing who you want to serve and how you want to serve them, because depending on your client, depending on their needs, you can have different packages, right? So all of this really hinges upon, do you know who your ideal client is within your market that you're trying to meet? And again, it doesn't mean that you can't help any mom. It doesn't mean that you don't have the skills and that you wouldn't be of value to any mom. But at the same time, that doesn't mean that that's your ideal client. Hi, Veronica. Okay. So everybody is muted, but if you need to pop out a question, you can do it in the chat or unmute yourself. Totally is fine. So just a quick example, we can move on about the ideal client. Let's say your ideal client may be the first time mom or first time birthing person who lives in the suburbs, has a nanny, has a chef, doesn't work outside of the home, is the president of the PTA, right? That may be your mom, right? But then some of the doulas, even in this community that we've connected with, they want to work with teen moms, you know? So they're working with that 16-year-old, a 17-year-old, a 15-year-old who is pregnant. That may be where their heart is. That may be their ideal client, where they are connected to those teen moms through the church or through the schools or a community organization or something like that. So you think about your marketing. The messaging that you have for that teen mom is going to be different from the messaging for that mom in the suburbs, right? Or the mom who has more than likely extra resources and financial resources, right? The mom's probably going to have different worries or different thoughts than that teen mom, right? So the teen mom is worried about class and school and those sorts of things, right? And the mature mom, different space, right? A different world. So I said to say, know who your ideal client is, because then you know your marketing, the conversation you have with that teen mom, the Facebook post that you make for that teen mom, the way that you reach out to the community organization to find that teen mom is different from the way that you would find a mom that's in the suburbs. And so again, sometimes you're talking about the doulas, you know, they're getting frustrated because they're just putting the same ad out there, the same posters, trying to use one marketing strategy for all these different types of moms. But you got to think, who's your ideal client? And then how do you communicate? How do you effectively reach that particular client? And you may have more than one ideal client, but you will need to have more than one strategy then to reach them, right? The same message doesn't work for everybody. That's like saying, say a company, whatever, may say, well, you know, I can help all women. Yeah, but look at the women that are on, you know, that are part of this call. We're diverse, right? We're from different backgrounds. We have different wants. We look different. We have different needs. We have different experiences. So there's no difference as a doula when you're trying to do your marketing. You need to understand there's diversity in our world and make sure that your marketing hits or meets or connects with whoever it is you're trying to serve, right? And then figure out, well, how do you want to serve, right? Because those resources, how you serve that teen mom may be different than how you would serve that mom who already has a nanny, already has a chef, you know, nursery probably is already done, those sorts of things. And so your package and your offerings could be different. So I'm going to get off the soapbox, but a lot of our marketing woes that I've seen, and this one from coaching clients and talking to all these other doulas and things, our marketing roles is a lot of it is because we aren't very clear as to who we're trying to reach, right? And a lot of it may be if you're just trying to reach people in your circle, then it may be even clearer for you. Or if you're trying to reach people just in your community that you already know like the back of your hand, then it may be very clear for you. But again, I'm trying to just make sure everybody has the same insight when we have our discussion. So know your ideal client. That's the take-home message, right? So research. One way to know your ideal client is to research, know your market, and be able to predict your market. For example, I think there's a couple questions in the chat. Let me miss it. Yeah, Casey, your target population. Yeah. Sharon, you like to work with women who have fertility issues, getting and staying pregnant. Exactly. Drill down to be able to know that. And because then you'll be able to know, you know, fertility clinics, you'll be able to partner with people who may provide fertility classes or counseling. So being able to niche down, it helps you, just helps you, and it saves you time and it saves you money, right? Later on. Hey, Jerry, welcome. Come on in. Okay, so research, different ways to know your market. Like I said, you may already know your community like the back of your hand, that you may not need to go into detail, but for those that maybe just move to a particular area or want to expand their market, especially if you think about virtual, right? So if you're here in Maryland or Virginia, you know, where I am, then that may have been your original market, but now with so much things virtual, I can help a mom in Hawaii if I want to, right? So that may be a whole new market I don't know anything about, so I need to figure out how do I get that information. Some of the ways to do that are stats, like our county health department puts out stats about pregnancies, about like even through the census, it can let you know about which groups in your area, in your county have the insurance, don't have insurance. So again, if you're interested in helping disadvantaged communities, that's one way you can find out. It has stats about different ages of pregnancy and delivery. You can look at stats that hospitals put out. So use data to drive your research, to drive your understanding of the market. For example, in my particular county, for the last, 2-3 years, the number of teenage adolescent pregnancies have gone down. And so that's a good thing. But then there's other counties that is rising. So again, if I wanted to help teen moms, then I know which counties that I may need to partner up with. If I was going to do a meetup for moms, then that may be the county that I want to help in, or that may be the county that I want to reach out to the school district in, or to churches or organizations. And if I know that adolescent pregnancies are actually an uptick in that particular area. So use the data is basically what I'm saying in order to help with figuring out how to do your marketing. Okay, so hey Jerry, no problem, welcome. Okay, so I think we have a question here. Brooke says, so what I'm actually working on is how to get in front of my ideal client. Yep, that's what you gotta do, because the warm market isn't necessarily my referral base. Yes. So we gotta drill down to figure out who it is in your market. And so we can work on that, Brooke. Primary target audience consists of women to provide. Yep. So basically the point is knowing your market. Yes, as you define your niche, you can come up with more creative marketing strategies as well, because all marketing doesn't have to cost money, right? So if you know your niche, you can figure out what are some of those free or those affordable ways as well. Karen, you say it's not social media savvy. Yeah, and again, depending on your market, social media may not be the best way. So good thing, Karen, you're working on that. Okay. Is getting involved in Snapchat worth it for businesses? It depends on who you're trying to reach. We'll talk a little bit about social media a little bit later, but it depends on who you're trying to reach, you know what I mean? So we'll get to that part in just a second, Karen. Great question. Yeah, okay, so we're gonna get to that. All right, so inquire. One of the other ways is to find out about your market. You can interview moms that you know of, interview moms in your community, participate in discussions. There's a lot of moms groups. You can host a moms group. You can host a group in your community. You can host it virtually. You can brainstorm with moms. You can brainstorm with other providers that are in the birth work world. You can brainstorm with a midwife, a lactation consultant. The point is to have conversations with them to see kind of, what kind of clients are you seeing? What are the uptick of clients? So what types of questions are your clients asking you? What kind of services are your clients looking to talk to pediatricians? So the point is you can inquire in different ways, but just to make sure you find out the right information to help support your strategy. And polling your potential clients, talking to them, asking them about their needs. Certainly you would do anyway as an interview, but then your current clients, again, don't forget your current clients. One of the things I always do is after I'm done with my contract, I provide a survey, an assessment, and I just ask them, it's like 4 questions, because, the last thing you want to do is give them a 50-question quiz or something like that, but just quick questions, so you can email them, they can email it back to you simply to say, I love your services, a recommendation, and a referral. There's a 4th question I'm forgetting, but those are like the 4 questions that I ask. How's my service? Is there anything else that I can do for you? Is there anybody that you know in your community network that you think I should reach out to that can use my services? So poll, ask. You never know until you ask. And that helps. All in the whole realm of figuring out who your ideal client is so you can proactively and effectively market. So some quick online ways to do that research as well. So a combination of, in-person, face-to-face organizations in your area, but then online options also. Oh yeah, we got a typo again. Groups, like Facebook groups, you can be a part of those. You can ask questions in your Facebook groups. Meetups, I host meetups, so you can join meetups. You can see on mom circles that have groups in different organizations, especially ones that have websites that may have discussion forums like Baby Center, Pregnancy Forum. Those have websites where there's a lot of moms that register, and then they have all sorts of discussion about everything under the sun. So you can see, you could go in there and do research and figure out, okay, are moms that for breastfeeding or nursing? We know it could be a struggle for many moms, but if you want to know specifically within this last 30 days, what types of questions are folks asking about breastfeeding or nursing? Then you can generate a blog about it. You can do a newsletter. You can blast out about it. You can reach out to other organizations and say, hey, I help with lactation issues. I know these are some common questions. Can I do a class at your venue or something? Like you, again, use data, use your research, know who you're trying to reach, and then be able to align your services to meet that need. And so use groups like that, or websites like Baby Center and Pregnancy Forum or ways, and they're, again, free, right? Free ways to get your research, get your data to be able to help draft your marketing strategy. And then don't just think of websites that are all about babies as well. Like it can be sites about Reddit, it could be sites about moving, best places to live. If you know your town ranks up there, I've seen plenty of posts where people say about childcare, about what's the best hospital, about referral for doctors, all sorts of conversations that are happening that as a doula, you may want to at least be aware of. If you see For example, my community has a neighborhood app, and there was a question that was recently put out there about what's the best pediatrician in our area, and there was like 3 or 4 pediatricians. 2 of them I didn't know about, right? But you can best believe I've introduced myself virtually to those pediatricians. If they are commonly referred in my community, families like them, they trust them, and they are going so far to recommend them in our community app. I want to know about them, right? So those are the types of things. And again, free ways to figure out your marketing, to help with your marketing. Okay, so any last questions before you move on to from this point? Jerry, so you're saying, no, you didn't miss it. So some moms still want virtual help because they're apprehensive. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of virtual work still happening. There's definitely some, and I do know some doulas, I've been asked even to go into homes already. So it just depends on your comfort level and where you are and the situation. Some doulas that I know that are going into homes, they have kind of requirements, meaning that they know that the family has stayed in place. So they know the family, like neither one of the family are essential or emergency workers or anything, so they haven't been out and about. So they know kind of that they've been central for the last couple of weeks. I know one doula that has gotten tested, and she requires for families to get tested. So it just depends on, as you as a doula, what your comfort level is and where you are and who you're trying to meet or work with. Great questions. Okay. So not gonna harp too much on this, but once you know your ideal client, right, then you can figure out, okay, what exactly are my services that I want to market to that client? Because how I market my service, how I market my package, that messaging could vary depending on your ideal client. So with your packages, you want to make sure you're clear, right? You want to make sure your offerings are clear, and one of the ways that I've seen effective marketing when it comes to just putting your packages, don't just say my postpartum package, don't just say my birth labor package, but in there be very, very descriptive as to what that means and provide those value propositions. So for example, some of them actually go down to the point of saying, this package is great for the second time mom, or the mom that already has 2 children at home, or this is great for the mom that doesn't have family in the area or doesn't have a large network. But you word it correctly, but the point is you tell them which package is best by being very clear and showing that value, and even stating who the package is best for. Customization, be clear about your add-ons and being able to modify depending on, for example, if you have more than one ideal client, then you want to be clear as to which package works for which ideal client. And then another way of marketing is you want to have multiple points of entry, so multiple points of information. So you want to have your website, you want to have a blog post, or you don't do anything that's not comfortable for you. Don't do anything that's not in your sweet spot. But my point is, have multiple points for folks to be able to find you. Don't just say, oh, I have a website and that's it. You need to do a little bit more than that, right? Because even in your website, then is it optimized? Search engine optimized. You have your keywords in there. How are you updating it frequently? Are you linking it to putting your YouTube videos on there? Are you creating videos on your website? So you don't just want to say, oh, I have a website. You want to think about the multiple ways, the multiple points of entry that folks can find you when you're doing your marketing strategy as well. A couple questions I see. Yeah, okay, awesome. So I see some folks are putting about the protocol. Oh, Tasha, you did an outside visit yesterday in the front yard? Yep, those work. Can you reach out to OBGYNs and have them become affiliates for your business? You can. I've seen it done. Successful referrals. Yeah, I've seen it for some birthing centers, for especially depending on where you are, certain states, even nurse practitioners can open up their own clinic depending on their state and the different laws. And so I've seen it where nurse practitioners have been very receptive, and you basically are on staff for that particular practice, even though you're an independent contractor. Karen, anyone have success with church bulletins and flyers? Yes, and depending on your market. Is radio considered obsolete? I don't know many doulas that do it often unless they're doing it as part of a larger event. So if they're doing it like there's a baby conference, or a large event, or a large health fair, something like that, where they are advertising as part of that event, I've seen it be successful, but not just a doula that's doing an independent radio ad. I haven't seen it be too successful. Okay, so Sarah put up some good protocol suggestions. That's what sugar will be for my own care. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, that's great. So it's about relationships too. The more folks that are aware of you and your services can be helpful with being able to market you. And so understanding your marketing, once you understand who you're trying to reach, your ideal client, right? You understand what services you need to provide for them, because the clients have different needs. You know, again, that teen mom is going to have different needs, or the adolescent mom is going to have different needs than probably that mom that's in the suburbs that already, like I said, has a nanny and a chef. Different needs, right? Not only different price points, financial situations there, but they probably have different needs, different concerns, and different wants. So once you know the ideal client, you know your services, then you're able to figure, okay, now how do I share this message? How do I connect with them? And that's your strategy. Then your strategy you want to put together, it needs to be connected. Some doulas I've talked to say, well, I put a Facebook ad out and I didn't really get anything. Well, was it connected to a larger strategy, right? As people anyway, we have to hear a message, 5, 6, 7 times before we actually remember that message or actually hear that message. And so you want to think about how you are communicating and the frequency that you want to communicate. So your strategy needs to be diverse, right? But it needs to have the what. What are you doing? What are you communicating? How are you planning on communicating? Are you doing a local ad? Are you partnering with an organization? Are you doing a Facebook ad? Are you putting an ad in the church bulletin? As an example, that somebody said, when are you going to do this? Are you going to do this in the summertime? Are you going to do you have a marketing or a special that you want to offer around the holiday time? Your marketing may look a little bit different at that time. Summertime, you may have a 2-for-1 price. I don't know. The point of your marketing strategies, you make sure that you're clear as to what you're doing, how you're doing it, why you're going to do it, and when you're going to do it. If you're able to answer those questions when it comes to marketing, then you'll start to be able to easily be able to lace it all together by having that strategy. And so with your strategy, whatever you do, whether it's just a website, oh, Kiara, that's a great idea. You change your name of your Wi-Fi network so they see your business name. See, that's part of your strategy, right? That's just a simple way to be able to get your name out there. I love it. Love it. Anything like that. I've had people that have changed their license plate. You may want to put a sticker on your car. You may want to offer breakfast once a month at an organization that refers you out frequently. Like anything, all of that's part of your strategy. You want to think of it from a whole view, not just your strategy isn't just I'm going to throw a Facebook ad out there or a Pinterest ad out there. It needs to be connected to a larger strategy. And when you do it, oh yeah, Carrie, awesome, you have a card magnet. Yeah. T-shirt with logos, yes, card. I think first thing I did was I got a baseball cap and I got a duffel bag and I got a T-shirt, like anything like that you can give. And thinking about, remember we talked about marketing to your former clients, I always leave them a goodie bag. And my information is all over all those items in that goodie bag. One is like a magnet, kitchen magnet, put that on the refrigerator. One is a mug, there's a little pen set, like 2 or 3 pens. So all of that, again, is part of my marketing strategy. And then it can be very cost effective. Just want to think about what will work for your area. Awesome. Okay, so search engine optimization. So once we are, At some point you need a website if you don't have one, right? At some point you need a website. But when you do have a website, when you think about your marketing, you know how the internet works. It all works for search engine optimization, right? So your keywords within the content of your website helps. So you may want to think about your name of your company, the name of your blog post, the name of your pages on your website. It really is, you want to think about when folks are looking for a doula, what are they searching for? You need to think about that. So you don't want to just put, like for example, we talk about outdoor doula. You don't want to just put outdoors, right? You need to say outdoor doula services. So you just want to connect to think about what is it that folks are looking for. And you can Google and just say top keywords for doulas, or you can put in top keywords for baby planning or anything that you want. Google can help you. There's software out there that can help you as well. Some of it's free, some of it has a price point, but your point is you want to use keywords to help your website and other things come up. Videos, you always want to have videos. You want to have videos whether it's just on your Instagram account, you want to have videos on your website, because the more videos you have, the more that helps your website become higher in searches as well. And you want to be on multiple platforms. And so even if you're not tech savvy, you want to make sure you have a presence on more than one platform, because all of that helps with your ranking across the internet. So Google, for example, somebody is searching you for Google. If you have a website that has videos, you will have a higher search result than somebody who just has a plain website, no videos. If you have a website that has videos, you have a YouTube channel that also has videos and is connected, then it can become even higher. And so the point is, you want to think about with your marketing, you want to think about your search engine optimization. How do these platforms work, and then make it work for you? Oh, Sarah, cool idea. You branded cooler with ice packs. Yes, hair ties. You can do just anything. There's no limits. You can do all of that. Awesome. Okay. Social media. So dig into this a little bit, and we can do a course. I do have a course, but I mean, we can talk about social media itself all day long. Facebook, we can talk about a whole time. Pinterest, we talk about a whole time. So I'm going to try to do this in a quick nutshell when it comes to social media. The first thing is, because some children talk to, they get a little overwhelmed. They're like, well, we got TikTok, we got YouTube, we got Instagram, we got Pinterest. Which is the best? And y'all by now, you know my answer, right? Who is your client? That's the best one. Where is your client, right? If your client is not on TikTok, don't waste your time being on TikTok, or don't have that as your priority. If your client is on Facebook, more be on Facebook. If your client is the corporate birthing person or mom that works at a Fortune 500 company and is probably her first child and she's 50 plus years old, then Linktree may be your best bet. You may need to be all over Linktree, right? Versus if that teen mom, TikTok, right? So again, when you're thinking about social media and your marketing strategy, it all goes back down to who are you trying to reach, and then build from there. Okay. Regardless though, there are some key points that regardless of which platform you're on, that you want to consider when it comes to marketing. You want to always have the same profile, the same name, right? It could be yourself. Again, this goes back to your branding. It could be yourself, it could be the name of the company, but you just want to have consistency there. And you want to have a consistent message. So if you have a tagline or a slogan or a byline, you want to have that consistent across, right? Because again, if somebody Googles you, you want it to be able to come up. You on YouTube, you on Facebook, you on whoever, right? And then you also want to have a clear bio. Your biography should say who you are, what you do, and something that can help them remember you, right? So it's not just, I'm a doula. Okay, I'm a doula from this area. I'm a doula that works with multiples. I'm a doula, that loves, I don't know, fishing, like something to let your personality as well to come across, right? So that's part of your bio. And pictures. I know a couple doulas that say, well, I don't like to do videos and I don't want to put my face out there. I'm shy behind the camera. You got to get over it. Because your face, your pictures, your video, you as a potential client, they're trying to learn you. They need to know you. They have to trust you as their doula. And so the more they see you, the quicker they will become familiar with you and comfortable with you. So you want to have pictures, whether it's on, you want to have a mix. You can think of it as the 80-20 rule. And that goes also with your posts on social media. Think of the 80-20 rule. 80% is about your business, about your services, but then 20% is about you, your family, what you like to do. You know, if you're that outdoor doula, that rugged doula, then 20% of your post should be about you hiking or whatever. So again, so they get to know you and your personality. Think of just the 80-20 rule. Engagement. One of the key ways in a free way is you want to engage others on these platforms. For example, if you're on Instagram, you want to go and find, we could do a search and find, again, once you know your ideal client, do a search and something that they're interested in. It can be an event that's coming up that you know the clients are going to be interested in. You want to do some searching on that, and you may want to do a couple posts, respond to a couple posts of folks who are also interested in that. That engagement can help. It not only will help you, your profile, it helps them with their profile, and you will more often than not get some followers back. So that is a free way of putting yourself out there. And when folks respond to your posts, you want to try to, when you put a call to action in your post, and again, this is on any platform, when you put the call to action on your post, which is a, hey, I'm a doula, I have availability in my calendar, reach out to me, schedule me, send me an email, here is my link to my calendar, set up a consultation. In your post, you always want to have some sort of call to action. You don't just want to say, hey, I'm a doula, here's my website. Like, what do you want folks to do? And it can be very, very simple. And you think, well, that's common sense, you know, but no, you want to be very clear in your post as to what the call to action is. Follow me for more information about this. Follow me for best baby tips. Follow me to know about the top best baby products in 2020. Follow me to find out about what some great events that all moms in Washington, D.C. should know about. Be very clear when you are engaging and you're setting up your posts. And your posts, there's more, the posts are usually more effective when they're videos. So not just a stagnant feed. So when you think about your marketing, you want to have a mix to make sure you have some video posts as well. And then your posts, again, depending on who you are, your audience, you definitely want to have multiple times throughout the week. If you are one that forgets to do posts or you find that it's hard to manage it, then you may want to look into Hootsuite or some other software where you can schedule the posts out. On the weekend, take 2-3 hours, write all of your posts out, schedule in the system. You don't have to think about it again for the next month. Key timing, and I actually do have a course on all that, so I'm going a little fast, but different, depending on your market and depending on your platform, there's different times that you should post. For example, like Wednesday is usually a good time to post. So if you're saying, you know, do I post more on the weekend, do I post more on the week? Again, it depends on your client, but then it certainly depends on your platform as well. For example, Facebook, Monday through Friday. Good time to post. Whereas if you're on Pinterest, it's usually Wednesdays are the best time to post, where you have more engagement from your posts. So you want to understand that. And automate as much as you can. And then if you say, oh, this is overwhelming, I don't want to do it, I can't do it, then think about how you can get some help with some of these areas. It could be getting a virtual assistant that helps you just in one area. It could be a social media manager. But again, that's as you mature with your company organization and you have the resources to do that as well. But there's a lot of ways to do it. Jerry, you said it sounds corny, but when you became a postpartum doula, you had a party with friends that gave them cards and asked them to bring baby items for teenage moms. Wonderful! So you threw a doula party, welcoming pregnant moms, families, and friends. Absolutely. Be creative. Absolutely. Any of that can certainly help. One of the things I do for marketing is I have meetups. I have meetups for moms. I actually do it now in 2 different counties, and we meet once a month. We're meeting virtually again now. We stopped for a little bit of the pandemic, but I've just picked it back up this month, and we're meeting virtually as well. Quickly, so when we go into, again, social media posts, messaging, when you are, just as a back end, just so you acknowledge, when you are writing a message, writing a response to folks' posts, it needs to be at least 7 words in order for it to pick up from that platform the engagement. So, you know, and this is the reason why is because you all know about bots, you know, people who aren't even real, but it's all artificial intelligence, and they're putting, you know, they may say great posts or like 1 word or 2 words or follow me or something like that. And so some of the things that the platforms are doing is it has to be at least 7 words for it to even come up into their optimization, higher their ranking. And then also with your messaging, again, with marketing, you may want to have the same theme for a week or a month. Because again, putting a message out there one time, that's telling somebody something one time, they have to hear it 5, 6, 7, 8 times. And so you want to repeat it and know that every post that you put out there, everybody in your network doesn't see it, right? So again, the algorithm changes for the platform. So you may put a post out there on Monday about a breastfeeding class that you have coming out. You need to post it again on Wednesday. A different look, a different post, but the same type of message. So then that way other people in your network received it. And so don't worry about putting it out there too much. You need to do that. You need to saturate it in order to get your message out there. And then events is another way to market. Local events, free events, virtual events, conferences. Become a speaker at some of the events if you can. You can collaborate with bloggers. You can collaborate with businesses. You can collaborate with local businesses. It's the sky is the limit. But the point is, with your marketing, just have it a strategy. It's a clear strategy. You know when you're going to do it, because it could be overwhelming. But know when you're going to do it, where you're going to do it, how you're going to do it, and think about it in advance. But at the end of the day, with your marketing, the most effective marketing is when you are authentic, you're yourself, you're showing up as yourself. You know, like I said, even down to the platforms, the social media platforms. If you don't like YouTube, don't do YouTube. If you're not already on Facebook and like Facebook, don't bother doing that. Then put your energy onto the platforms that you're already on there. For example, if you're already on Instagram 20 times a day, then an Instagram account is what you need. So just be authentic. And then whatever you do, be consistent. That will help you with your marketing. Whatever shape or form that you want to do it, be consistent. That can certainly help. Okay, so we are at 102. I tried to answer the questions as we were going through. Jennifer, you're saying you're starting a free library for pregnant moms and new moms. Awesome. And helping people in the community. Yeah, put yourself out there. That's exactly what you can do. Jasmine, you say you missed some of it. Can you have access to the PowerPoint? Yeah, absolutely. I send it out to everybody who attends. You definitely can have it. Yep, so folks are talking about your t-shirt. Yeah, all sorts of designs, all sorts of options. You can get t-shirts made at the mall. You can do them online, all sorts of places. Etsy, great place to get some cute designs. How do people find sites like Doula Match? How do people, as in how do moms or families find it? Usually from Google. Is the best way that I know that folks find organizations like Doula Match and others. Just really from a Google search, really. Oh, I see. No, you mean how are doulas getting work? That's a full question. Okay, so different ways. I know many doulas that are working with agencies and getting referrals that way. Doula Match does work. I know people have had a lot of success lately with Google Ads. A lot of referrals, yeah. But again, it depends on your area. It depends on your client, and it depends on your area. For some, Facebook really is a golden gem. And then for some, the local newspaper actually still works. So it just depends on where you are. So that's why I say it's kind of a loaded question, but it definitely is a great question, but it really does depend on where you are. Awesome. Okay, so honoring folks' time, I know it's 104. Oh, great, and that's helpful. Awesome. Yeah, in the chat, let me know if there's anything that we need to, in another chat, go into more detail about, or was this helpful? Did you pick something up new from this information? Let me know. Junko, you say who advertises on Facebook? I do. A lot of folks do, but it's easier for you than IG. Yeah, but now that it's connected, they are making it a little bit easier, because it was like 2 separate platforms, but now it definitely is getting easier. So I do agree with you, Junko. With that though, like I said, we can go into more details about that. Even with Facebook ads, you want to spend more on your retargeting Facebook ads than your original Facebook ads, right? Because usually when people see you, they're not going to buy on the first time, right? They're not going to contract with you on the first time. But your retargeting ads is a soft lead, a warmer lead, and those are usually more effective. And so when you are doing your budget for your Facebook ads, you want to just make sure you're clear on your audience and you do more of your, put more energy and effort behind your retargeting ads versus your original Facebook ads, right? Okay, so with that, I just want to quickly talk about what's next. And so next week, we're supposed to be talking about the ABCs of postpartum, right? And then talk a little bit about postpartum depression in there as well. So postpartum visits, what does it look like? What are we doing now in our postpartum visits? Some of us are doing in person in the home, and some of us are doing virtual. So let's talk about that a little bit. And we also have a workshop coming up if you're interested, and it is the Jumpstart Workshop. And the Jumpstart Workshop is for more for newer doulas and regardless of your niche. So if you're a new doula, aspiring doula, labor only or postpartum or adoption, fertility, anything of that nature, this is a Jumpstart Workshop for like, okay, I definitely want to be a doula. I want to narrow down my niche. Now, how do I go about doing it? Like, what do I do first? You know, do I start with my marketing? Do I start with my website? All of those things. So it's a Jumpstart Workshop that you, at the end of the day, when you leave it, you have your plan that you can run with and implement right away. So that class is on the 28th at 12 p.m. virtually with me, if you're interested in that. Next topic, due to not being able. Question, Jennifer, you said the next topic due to not being. Oh, so you're asking for the recordings. Yeah, so I send out, so difference there. Yana, thank you for helping. I send out the materials, the PowerPoint that we go through together. I send that out all the time, right out via email. The recording itself, because it's quite long, it's actually available in the birth worker community. And that community is actually a monthly subscription community because I have to do hosting for this website and so much more information that's in that community. So if you're interested in joining that community, you certainly can. But that's where the video is. And that particular community, every month we have a different theme. So this month we're talking about everything virtual. We have different events each week. This coming up Monday, we have Mentoring Monday. Where you come in and I mentor, you know, and we get with other doulas also that are seasoned and experienced. We offer mentoring, we offer different master classes, different events, and there's a whole bunch of resources. So that is a monthly subscription platform, virtual platform for birth workers. So the video is in there. Okay, so let me see. Are there any last questions that we need to go into? Jennifer, awesome. Yeah, no, great. I'm glad this is helpful. You know, I really believe from my heart, if we uplift one doula, then we're uplifting ourselves as a collective. So I'm grateful for you all spending this time with me. If you need to reach out, so if you're interested in joining the community, if you need any more help with talking about marketing, you need to have a one-on-one call with me, let me know. So certainly you can just shoot me an email. If you want to sign up for the class, again, the class is on the 28th. I think it's $47. Some of y'all have already signed up, so let me know, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's $47 for the class, and it's going to be a great resource. Or if you just want to talk, if you say, Bianca, we went over a whole bunch of marketing stuff and I am lost, let me know. We can have that kind of a conversation as well. So, Gail, you said, how do you reach me? The best way is to just shoot me an email at bloomingmamaswellness@gmail.com. If you want to sign up for their class or anything like that without even talking to me, you can go directly to the website, bloomingmamaswellness.com, and you can see under courses that are there. But again, if you're already part of the subscription community, the birth worker community, then just send me an email, let me know you want to join the course. But because you're part of that community, you don't have to register or pay for the Jumpstart course. That's what, you know, one of the benefits of being part of the other community. Awesome. So are there any other questions that we need to address? We're 9 minutes over, but again, I can stay later, but I want to honor our time. So if you need to hop off, feel free to do that. I'm so glad and honored that you joined us. I hope it was helpful for you. But I certainly can stay around and talk more if you need to or answer any other questions.